if you move to Australia and you don't get acne, you
will.
need to buy a scratch card because you're lucky. Like, what's going on? What's wrong with you?
You've had a bit of a dating crisis. You
But that was at the start, wasn't it? And I was like, I'm not bothered, but like...
And I knew you were so bothered.
Stop the planet, I'm getting off, do you know what I mean? In that position, then it would just dip down, you'd be like, oh, hell. Like, normally, when you sing a song, I just want to punch you in the face. Right now, I just want to cry, but obviously I still want to punch you because it's so stupid. My whole body turned to jelly.
Jelly!
And I feel like I was just flailing around on him. Hey girlies, I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Lauren. And welcome to Sex and Sundays podcast.
We're just two sexy 20-somethings figuring it out as we go.
We met in Australia and here to share our chaotic journey with you because we have absolutely no idea what the heck we are doing.
So whether you're feeling sexy or SOS, join us on a Sunday and we promise to make you laugh. All right, Lauren, it's been a freaking minute, hasn't it?
It's been a while.
Well, I've not seen you in...
I can't even remember. A few months ago.
A few months ago.
No, a few weeks.
No, it's not. It's a
few
few
weeks.
weeks. It was literally like maybe, just be honest, it was maybe 3 weeks ago, but it feels like forever, doesn't it?
Because we don't speak, do we? We just wait till now.
We don't speak anymore because all we say is, I'm like, oh my God, Lauren, this... And she's like, no.
Wait till the podcast. Wait till the podcast.
Wait till the podcast.
Hilarious.
What's happened with you in the last few weeks?
Gosh. Right, okay. So where I'm at the moment is my contract's finishing at work.
Oh, shit.
So it finishes on...
Oh, no. We've been listening back to the podcast and all I freaking do is say the S word, the F word.
The C word sometimes.
I just don't stop swearing. So we need, like, if I swear today, that's it. I'm out.
I've told
I'm
her
done.
off.
Stop the planet. I'm getting off. Do you know what I mean?
That was your first one. Okay.
That's the first one. I owe you a tenner. Go on.
Right. Contract finishes on Friday. So now I'm just like, well, what should I do? So I'm going to go to Bali for the whole month of June because
Slay.
Australian winter's freezing. So I'm going to get out.
Hell.
I'm going to go to Bali with Joel. And then after that, I'm just going to see what happens. I don't know whether I live in Sydney anymore. I might go to the Gold Coast. I just don't know because I just think rent here is so expensive.
It is ridiculous. And I'm like thinking about you going and it's making me think there's literally no one in Sydney for me anymore.
No, there
like,
is.
No, but like no one that would like put me up. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I love
You'd put me up.
I do put you up.
But like no one, everyone else is just like, do you not remember that time that I stayed on someone's sofa?
I
No one
know.
put me in the bed.
Sometimes you message people like, can I stop over at yours? I just think people just read and not reply. I'll reply.
That's what I mean. I'm just going to start going to the Gold Coast. Oh, hell.
So that's where I'm at. I've been to Hunter Valley recently as well.
Oh, yes, you
Got it
did.
gifted.
Everything
It was
you do.
amazing, you know. You definitely need to go.
Yeah, I
but
do.
that's
I've
a
not done
bit
it
where
yet.
I'm at. What about you?
Well, I don't know, really.
You've had a bit of a dating crisis.
I've been dumped, girls. I've been dumped.
I don't know if it's dumped.
No, it's not dumped.
I think it's not you, it's him.
seized.
Was it you?
No, it's not me.
It's definitely him.
But you know what? It's a me problem because I do this every single time. Like I'll meet someone and like I'll just like be quite normal and just be quite chill, and then I'll just be like 100%.
Because I'm going to be honest, you were like, I don't like him. And I was thinking, you love him. You were
But
like,
that was at the start, wasn't it? And I was like, I'm not bothered, but like...
And I knew you were so bothered.
Well, anyway, I'm not freaking bothered anymore. It's done now, do you know what I mean?
You're back on the single wagon.
Back on the single wagon, and love the single wagon. Never heard that one before.
Is that even a sin?
But I'm back blocked off Hinge again. So I got unblocked off Hinge, buzzing, then met someone, started dating, and then that's ended, and now I'm blocked off Hinge again. So we're back to freaking square one. Do you know what I mean? What can I do?
Just wait till Bali.
Wait till Bali.
Find yourself in Bali.
I'm going to find myself in Bali. I'm going to meet a man in Bali MMA. He's going to be sweaty, muscly, tall and sexy, and he's going to drive a moped and I'm going to be back.
I love that.
Yeah.
So with that, what can we call this guy that you were previously dating?
Crypto boy.
And tell me a bit about him. Because I really liked him. Because I liked
No,
him.
because he's so embarrassing because he met everyone and then literally 3 days after that, he just was like, oh, no, sorry, no, not for me anymore.
But why?
Just, I think it's me. I think I am a bit too much.
Oh, I just don't think he's ready for a relationship.
Exactly. But like, I need someone that's like I need someone that matches my energy that's very intense because I'm quite intense.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
And, like,
and that's true.
You've met me, you know what I'm like. Like, I'm a very intense person. Like,
And I thought he was liking that. That's the
so
thing.
did I.
yeah, I get
But
that.
apparently
Oh,
not.
it's sad.
Oh, well, what can you do? It's just one
I
of them.
feel like he will come back. I'm just going to put it out there. But anyways, let's move on. If he doesn't, I'm sorry.
Oh, hell, talking of that, friggin' hell, a bit of a low for me.
Yeah.
We're talking about highs and lows today. So we're talking about like the highest you felt since you travelled, like moved to Australia, and like also the lows, because there's so many things that I've seen, and I think you'll have probably seen it on TikTok as well, of like people that have like been posting TikTok saying like, Australia isn't really for me. It's not for everyone.
100%.
I'm going to go home. And have you seen the ones where they're like, they say, I kind of don't want to go home because I feel like I'm giving up or that I've failed.
Yeah, I get that.
Have you seen that?
I feel like people just don't know where they fit in anymore. Like they try here and then they feel like home didn't work. So then they just feel completely lost.
Yeah.
And I do get it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, how long do you leave it to say like, I've tried Australia and it's not working? Like there's no right and wrong answer.
For some people, they come here, it's immediate. They're like, wow, love it. Some people, they struggle and they really work at it. And then like 8 months down the line, they feel settled or they found like a place that they want to be, and then it's good. But it isn't for everyone.
It's not for everyone, and that is honestly the thing. And I think now, because it's winter as well, like this is like the rock bottom that you were going to get in Australia.
Oh, it is.
It honestly is. Because this time last year was when I was the lowest of the low, I'm going to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, seriously.
What happened?
So this is when I was living at Surrey Hills.
Well, I was there.
No, this is before you came.
Okay, cool. Okay, great.
And we were living with my sister at the time, and obviously Jess. But I remember I am so like upbeat, and I was like, do you know what? It'll be fine. We'll just ride the wave, like it is what it is. Of the winter, and obviously the no job and like hating work and everything. And Emily's quite like a love her, my sister, but she's a bit of a negative person. So I'm constantly bringing up, and there was this just one day, and I just cracked. I laid on that bed and I cried my ass. I was like, I can't do it anymore. Because I think I was putting up a front for her to be okay.
Yeah, I get
And then
that.
when she seen me cry, she was like, oh God, hell, like I have been a lot, do you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, look, Emily, I was dead honest. I was like, I'm not feeling this either. Like, what do we do? Do we try Dubai? Like, do we try somewhere else?
Do you remember you guys kind of having that conversation where you just really weren't sure if you were going to stay, and both of you were like, maybe we're going to leave it a couple more months and then we're going to go here, we're going to go there. And then lo and behold, like a year and a half later, you are.
Here I am with a boyfriend.
And you met Joel.
I know.
There you freaking go.
Everything just works out.
And it's high.
But honestly, that law was like, because I was like, well, I can't go back home. I refuse to go that far back because I feel like I've outgrown that town. So I was like, right, I'm going to try somewhere new, maybe Dubai. That was kind of my thought process.
I think I remember you having that conversation because your friend went to Dubai, didn't she? Like, and she went kind of recently, but that was her plan.
Yeah.
Would you say that was your absolute lowest time?
Yeah, because I feel like I'm so upbeat. I just remember sat on that bed. I remember there was mold. It was freezing. There was like one of the bed slants had cracked, so my back was in the bed.
That bed was hilarious.
It was awful.
When you'd go on it, you'd sit on it and it'd just go. And like if you sat in a certain position, it'd be okay. But then if you sat in that position, then it would just dip down. You'd be like, oh, hell.
I agree. I remember I was on the bed. And I think Jess came along and sat on the bed to like give me moral support. And it went.
It was just like great, fabulous.
Like, can we wrap this up? How much is the flight? But that was mine. What would you say yours was?
I think mine was probably more towards the start of moving to Australia because I didn't really know what I was doing, and I had left a really good job at home, and my dad was saying to me like, why are you doing it? I don't get why you're doing it.
I think that's hilarious.
You've got such a good job and you're going to go work in a cafe. Like, what's going on? What's wrong with you? I'm like, Dad, like, it's just going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And like, oh, yeah, I don't know. And then I got here. I was really skinny at the start. And then I put on the Sydney Stone.
Sydney Stone's a thing,
Everyone
by the way,
does it.
everyone.
The Sydney Stone, it's a stone of weight that you gain. You don't eat any more. You don't eat any less. You put on a stone.
And where do you think this stone comes from?
There's something in the air in Australia.
I was thinking that.
People spike you. If they know you're
vitamin
British, they spike you. I think
there
that's
must
what
be
it is.
something in vitamin D where it just puts more calories in you.
Or even the fish bowls. Maybe it's all the nuts.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know. But I'd put on the Sydney Stone. I had severe cystic acne, so bad. And I was staying in a hostel. And it was a hostel in Coogee. And it was honestly awful. I'd go into the shower and I'd leave the shower. And I'd say if I like left, like sometimes I'd, because you know what I'm like, and you know what you're like as well. Like we always leave things everywhere, don't we? We forget.
I left my keys today.
Left keys. Anytime I'm with you and you leave something, you gaslight me.
I do, I gaslight
you always
you
gaslight
today.
me because you sent me that, and I was in a hair salon. She just put the colour in, and I was like, oh my God, Lauren's lost the keys. She's asked me where I put them, and I was like, shit.
She left them at mine.
I left them on the side, and I was like, oh my God, I left them on the side.
And I was like, Oh, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I was like, flipping hell.
Don't you start. That's not how you are.
No, sorry. I was like, oh, flicking hell. She's left
Flicking hell.
Flick it, girl. I was like, she'd left my keys. But I have an air tag on my keys. By the way, lifesaver, everyone. That's like,
I do need that. I do need that in my life for sure. I need that on everything. I need it on my freaking makeup bag.
Yeah, I get it.
Earrings.
So I did where you play the sound and it was like not connectable. So I thought it's not with me. So I went on the location.
Last
and it
place was at home.
Office Works. And I thought, oh no.
And then you were like, well, it wasn't Rebecca then, was it?
It was me.
Every time I'm with you, you lose your keys and you blame it on me every single time.
I'll apologise right
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your apologies. Just don't do it again.
Okay, I'll try.
So yeah, I was staying in this hostel in Coogee and flipping heck, I'd go into the shower, I'd leave the shower, and then as soon as you come out the shower, someone immediately goes in because it's such like a hectic hostel. I think there was like 2 showers.
God.
And then the only other 2 showers just never worked. So there was probably about 25 people in the hostel and 2 showers, which can you imagine the chaos?
No, but
you'd have to get up at 3 a.m. to have a freaking shower. God. I was on a top bunk as well, which is just, what the heck? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'd go in the shower, I'd leave my stuff. I'd be like, oh, I forgot my L'Oreal Poget face wash that I need for my cystic acne. And then I'd go back, someone would be in there, so I'd wait for them to come out. I'd go in and it'd be gone. What? And it happened to me 4 times. My face wash was gone.
People would take it?
People would just take it every single time.
So hang on. That was the lowest point?
It was just low because it was a combination of being chubby, having like cystic acne, not having anywhere to live, like just being in the hostel, being on a top bunk. There was also a guy that lived in the hostel and he would get drunk every single night and then he'd fall asleep outside my door.
So you go to the shower
I'd go to the shower and have to climb over him.
Oh, no, yeah. I get that.
And all they do is they just drink every single day, every night. And I'd be getting up at 5 a.m. to go and work my cafe job. And it was just like, what's the point? Why am I here?
I know,
and I was so pale because I didn't have any time to sunbathe.
And then, yeah, I agree. And the acne itself is just because I've never had acne until I moved here. And then I honestly felt like I was like a 12-year-old teenager with just acne.
It happens to everyone. If you move to Australia and you don't get acne, you need to buy a scratch card because you're lucky. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You're a lucky bitch. And
I agree.
That's just it.
Do you know what? It was a real like humbling experience. You know when people were younger and had bad skin, you were like, it's not really not that bad. And you were like, no, like I feel like it's honestly the world's like crashing down on me.
I
got it when I was in them shoes.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
It's so bad. And I even had like a little bit of it like a few weeks ago. Came back a little bit and I was like, oh hell. Like this bit here, it's cleared up better now because like I know how to treat it.
Yeah.
And like we'll have another episode all about
100%.
skin and stuff because we've both battled the cystic Aussie acne. But what would you say was like not even just in Australia, but what would you say was like the highest point for you? Like where you were just like, oh my gosh.
I'm really living life.
Yeah.
Oh. You go while I think. You might instigate something in me.
I don't think mine was Australia because like there was like a really weird point where it was like amazing. And like when I think about, you know the song Sabrina Carpenter, Please, Please, Please?
Yeah.
She sings it in like a live lounge or something. And when I hear it, it gives me like tingles through my entire body.
I love that.
Because like when I moved to Melbourne,
right,
it was actually in winter and it was freezing cold, but I moved into this house with this girl and her dog. And I didn't know anyone. And it was like, had no friends. I just knew Tony, who was the girl that I lived with, and then the dog. And literally didn't know anyone, had nothing to do. I was just working a full-time job and I'd just go to the gym, I'd come home and I'd like put a face mask on and I'd like eat healthy. And then I used to listen to Sabrina Carpenter, Please, Please, Please on YouTube. And I did that for like 4 weeks and it was just tranquility.
Whoa.
And sometimes when I think of that song, it just takes me back to that time and it was just magical.
Why? Were you just so chilled and settled in Melbourne like?
I don't know what it was. I think it was just maybe it was like I knew something good was coming and it was like a new beginning thing. Like, I think I was ready for a new beginning. And that's what it was.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I do. I really, really enjoy that.
But other than that, like I definitely had like a pinnacle moment, which was in Thailand. And every single day in Thailand, I was like living like in the moment. And I remember I was so happy because we used to like, do you know when you go on the back of someone's bike and you put like an earphone in and then they'd have an earphone?
Oh my God, I love that so much.
I remember doing that with a guy that I was like dating in Thailand. Like we were seeing each other the whole time that I was in Thailand.
Yeah.
He was so lovely. And we used to ride around and I put the earphone in, he did, and we'd listen to music and it'd just be gorgeous.
It gives that aeroplane nostalgia vibes, looking out, feeling and the feels.
Feel the rain on your skin. It's literally that vibe.
Oh my God.
Like Thailand was just insane. It was like that and it was just every moment was bliss. And I remember being in the sea and I was swimming and I was smiling from ear to ear. And my friend looked at me and she was like, are you all right?
Really?
And I was like, I've never been this happy in my life.
I love that.
Honestly, when I left Thailand, it was like someone had died.
Really?
Like I couldn't breathe.
You left a little bit? Never.
Like I couldn't breathe. And when I left Sydney, I was completely fine. When I left England, I was fine.
What the hell?
Yeah, it was when I left Thailand. It's got such a special place in my heart. It was the most highest I've ever been in my life.
Really?
I don't know if I'll ever top it, but it was just phenomenal.
Wow.
Apart from that dream I had last night where I had a baby and I really loved it.
See, I would say for me, like the high, honestly, like I just feel like being in Australia, you are living this like, it's a bit like a fake life because it just doesn't feel real. Like in what life are you going to go to just leave your job and then go to Bali for a month? Like what you're doing now is like you'll never experience this again. And I feel like I just want to appreciate this more because there's going to be a time where I'm sat at home with kids in the front of the fire.
No,
like,
you're so right.
Watching Loose Women. And I'm going to look back on that time and be like, what the hell? Do you love the Loose Women?
No, but Lauren, do you think we're going to be those people?
Hell, yeah.
I don't see it for me.
What?
I see me doing this forever. I just feel like it's going to get more chaotic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a point in my time where I put my feet up, you know?
I get that, but I'm like, I think I'm going to put my feet up in Thailand and I'm just going to get massages every day.
But hang on, I can watch Loose Women wherever, you know, VPN.
You can watch Loose Women wherever. You're dead right with that, Lauren.
100% NordVPN through and through.
I get it.
So that's kind of where I'm at. But I actually enjoy, because I know we spoke about this, like going home. Like, did you find that a high or a low? Like, what? Because this is when everyone's going back home now, isn't it? It's winter.
Do you know what? So yeah, because everyone goes home during winter, and a lot of people, when they get that low point, they like decide that they want to leave.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I think that you experience a lot is like you meet people and you lose them like all the time, and you have to get used to like losing people.
I know.
I
feel like you do.
Sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I went home, I didn't think that I would love it as much as I did.
Wow. I love that for you.
Yeah, because I was never like, obviously I talk to my mum every day and that's like a huge thing that like gets me down. It's like how much I love my mum and miss her. And my nephew, like, gosh, I just love him so much. And because bless him, he's autistic, he struggles with like talking on FaceTime. So I never get to speak to him. He'll just speak to my mum to speak to me kind of thing. So then when I went home, it was just so nice to see him and then have that time with him and like see all my friends. And like, it's weird because it is like nothing's changed when you go home, don't you think?
Yeah, I completely agree.
Like so much has changed. But
everyone's moved on with their lives. When you go back and you see like the family and the friends, I feel like nothing's changed.
Yeah. And don't you feel like it's like you get there and it's like a big thing that you're home and you're there. Yeah. And then 2 days later,
everyone's like oh.
I
know.
Yeah.
I felt like the first week when I was surprised everyone because I had a lot of
Your surprises were insane, by the way. With little pink heels.
Oh, I love that one too.
Them pink heels, I want them. And that dress, because that was the best surprise video ever.
That was a really, really sick one. I'm not even going to lie. I remember I was sat in the car waiting to surprise them with my little glass of Prosecco, all ready, because there was like a little event on down like a country pub near me. So I knew everyone was going to be there. I knew it was good vibes. And I remember I surprised them. I was walking around. I thought, oh, a little bit of a celebrity.
Isn't it good? You just feel so popular and important.
And obviously everyone's like, well, how is it? What's going on? And you just feel like that bubble that I was in for that week was just like nothing
main character
else.
Energy.
And I loved it.
And that's a bit of me and you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes I get a bit upset and pissed off if people don't think I'm the main character, and I'm just like, how do you not get it? Do you know what I mean?
I love the honesty.
If I ain't got 100 likes on a story that I posted, I'm like, am I ugly?
I'm like, but you hate me now. Like, if you're not
you hate me.
Like, what is the problem? Do we need to speak?
Surprises are like, I never did a surprise. I never had a surprise happen to me, apart from once when I was 18. Before moving to Australia, it was just such a thing here, isn't it?
It's such a... See, this is one of the reasons why I moved here, so I could go home and surprise everyone.
Do you go home and everyone be like,
yeah. Because that video that I've created, I've got that for life. And trust me, I felt so loved.
No, it is the best thing ever. I did it to my friend in Dubai, didn't I? When she was having a hen do, because I told her.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, I told her that I wasn't coming. Because like obviously it was just so expensive. Like going to Dubai is even further away than it is from England. Obviously very bougie hen do as well for some mid-20-year-olds. Like Jesus Christ, I've only been in a career for like 2 years and I moved to Australia and was working in a cafe. So anyway, I told them that I wasn't going and then I just turned up. I'd booked them a frigging yacht and I was on the yacht when they got there. And it was just, I remember.
Oh, I can imagine that was just impeccable.
Oh, it was that was probably one of the best days of my life so far. 100%. One of my biggest highs. We were just like it was obviously the surprise thing was great. And then we was like sat on the boat. I sang them all a song.
You sang them a song?
I sang them a song. And there's this video of my friend and the girl that's getting married. And I was a maid of honour. And she was like, Becky, I'm buzzing that you're here. And like, obviously you're going to be singing a song and it's so stupid. And like, normally when you sing a song, I just want to punch you in the face. Right now, I just want to cry. But obviously I still want to punch you because it's so stupid. I was just like, freaking hell, you know.
That is hilarious.
But yeah, like, so the surprises are like such a perfect, gorgeous thing that you can do when you move to Australia. And it's like, if you're a main character girly, move to Australia because you can really make yourself the main character even more.
I agree.
Yeah.
And what I like being about like this side of the world is I feel like I want my mum and dad to come over and I want my friends to come over and try it all out while I'm over this side of the world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I go to Bali next month, a friend's going to come out and see me.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to like take her around Bali like a little tour guide. Like I love that and I'm going to thrive off that rather than just going to like Spain and Tenerife. Like come over to me and like let me show you around.
I know, and like go to Thailand and do all those bits. Like it's the most perfect thing ever. The fact that you can just go to Thailand or Bali. Like they're probably like, oh yeah, we love Australia, don't we?
100%.
We don't want to leave. Like for us, it's a high. Like we've had really low moments and like we reached out to the community as well on Sexy on Sundays and we asked everyone like, what are the highs and lows? What are like the lowest points? A lot of people said like for the lows, it was the acne.
Yeah.
And it was the weight gain. It literally happens to everyone. And like losing your hair as well. Like that happens where it gets really dry.
Especially in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ. It's awful.
Losing your hair in Southeast Asia and Bali belly. That combined is
No, but I love Bali belly because skinny. That's free Ozempic.
Do you know? Oh my God. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I do know what you mean. It's nice to clear out, but just get a claustrophy.
Just get claustrophobia.
Just get claustrophobia. Just be skinny.
Colonoscopy?
Do what you want.
Colonic irrigation. Is that what you mean when they suck the poo out?
Yeah.
Okay, right, that. Yeah, okay. But yeah,
I was thinking about getting that in a collab, but I thought a bit much.
That's a bit much, Lauren.
I get it.
You'd have to film the whole thing.
Before and after still.
Anyway, we've got some really good confessions that basically we sent out like what were people's highs and lows of moving to Australia / traveling just like in general. A lot of them, obviously lows were very much about like hair loss, like skin, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Also not seeing your family and friends. And like, I think when you first move here, it's a lot harder because you obviously don't have friends usually. If you come on your own, you don't have friends. And the only people that you have are people that are in England and they're obviously not awake unless it's like really early in the morning.
Oh yeah, the time difference.
Or yeah, really late at night. And then the calls are obviously quite long. So like that's a lot of people's issues. It's just been so far away from home.
Yeah, I agree.
But we've got some really funny
Come on.
do you know what? I've actually not fully read this. I just saw that it was a long one. And the first bit I was I feel like this is going to be good. So I'm going to give it a go. And I mean, if it's rubbish, it's rubbish. But
we just don't laugh, you know?
Because I have read a few. When I was in the hair salon today, I did read through a few and I was like, oh, I'm not sure. But I feel like this is going to be good, but it's quite long.
Right, go on then.
Are you ready?
I'm
it's
ready.
Quite long.
All right, I can't drink.
3 of my guy friends from home had flown over to meet me and this person needs to put in commas. Do you know what I mean?
Bit long.
Where's the grammar?
I'll be good at the grammar.
Okay. Hadn't seen each other in months. So on their first night, we did a big night out. Went out and got a bit silly. The drinks were flowing and we ended up going back to a hostel after the night out to play pool in the hostel bar. One of my friends had gone off with a girl, the other to bed, and I was there with some other people around the pool table and I got chatting to this Irish guy. One thing led to another and I thought it was a good idea to follow him to his 12-bed dorm.
No. If someone says they've got a dorm or a hostel, I'm not going back.
No
way. Unless it's the Crown, I'm staying in my own bed.
I'd rather do it in a toilet than do it in a dorm room. Like, are you joking? I'd rather do neither, Lauren. But if there's the option there, do you know what I mean?
Take what you can get.
Take what you can get. Depends how desperate I am. Anyway, one thing led to another, and I thought it was a good idea to follow him to his 12-bed dorm room for a sleepover, bearing in mind I had a private room with my friends, but I guess I thought shagging in front of 11 strangers was classier than 3 of my childhood friends. This is great. It's great. I woke up in his bed and instantly thought, where am I? Get me out.
Awful that is an awful feeling.
Went to get up with nothing on my bottom half at all. But the bunk bed was floor level, so I hit the ground sooner than I was expecting. I fell into the bed opposite, ripped the curtain down, and landed on top of some American guy who started screaming. My whole sorry. So, oh my God, I've lost it. My whole body turned to jelly.
Jelly!
And I feel like I was just flailing around on him for ages. Eventually, I got myself up, grabbed my pants and trousers and popped them under my arm and snuck out the room. When I got out the room, the door auto-locked behind me and I realised I didn't have my phone. I went down to reception and convinced them to let me back into the room to try and look for my phone. I went back in and the Irish boy was like, "Did you just try and sneak out on me?" And I was like, have you stolen my phone? He said, "No, but I reckon that American guy you fell on will have taken it." But he was already fuming and shouted, "Just fuck off." And the member of staff who let me in was like, "You need to leave." It was 5 a.m. I left the room defeated, went across my arms and felt my phone under my armpit. The next morning was the worst hangover ever. I saw the Irish guy at breakfast. He came and snogged me in front of all of my friends. Then we went our separate ways and I was really embarrassed. Never wanted to go home more.
I'm embarrassed. I don't know what's worse. I think it's falling when you've got no pants on in front of an American guy. I can just imagine I feel awkward.
Do you know what? I had such a moment like that. Not that bad, but just, you know, those moments where like you're really drunk, you don't really know what you're doing and you're just being a bit chaotic. And Christmas Day, have I told you about this Christmas Day?
No, what?
I was really drunk and we was on Bondi Beach and I was absolutely hammered, Lauren. Like, I mean, I lost
2 Christmases ago.
2 Christmases ago.
Right, okay.
Lost everything. All I had on me was my bikini, like literally the bikini that was on my naked body. That was it.
Right.
All of my like clothes that I had on top of it, my shoes, my bag, everything. No idea where it was. I was just laying around. I kept going in the scene, snogging random men, then coming back, and my friends were like, "Where have you been?" I was like, "Dunno." And then end up going back with this guy to this place. Went back to this family home and had Christmas dinner with a full table of people that I didn't know in my bikini, completely soaking wet hair, mascara run down my entire face. My friends calling me, my phone was completely dead. And then the next morning, just woke up, Boxing Day morning, no idea where I was.
That's awful.
Honestly, no one knew where I was. And then the guy didn't even give me a lift home. He just gave me a plastic bag and I put my bikini in it and he gave me some clothes that I could wear. And I just got a taxi back with a plastic bag in my hand, barefoot.
So did you ever see him again?
Never saw him again.
I don't blame you either.
Do you know what? He's a lovely guy though. He sometimes replies to my stories and I think, oh, God bless you. We'll call him Christmas Day Boy.
Christmas Day Boy. Christmas Day Boy and Crypto Boy. Which one we say is better so far?
Crypto Boy is lovely.
I agree. I liked him a lot.
We love Crypto Boy. Just Crypto Boy doesn't love me.
You. Oh, no.
Oh, hell. It's been, do you know what, girls? It's been a low point recently, but we know it's going to get better. You're going to Bali. Then I'm going to Bali.
Yeah, Bali girls.
We're going to be Bali girls.
I wish we were going at the same time, but you know.
So do I.
I'm so silly of you.
I need to just, get on the ADHD meds and lose some weight and then I'll be skinny and sexy for Bali.
I just need to go back on sushi rolls now. I need to do something. Swear to God.
Go back to, do you know what? One last thing, sorry. I need to go back to the UK for a month. I'll lose weight. I literally lost a stone nearly when I went back to England for Christmas.
I agree.
And like Christmas, you eat so much.
I need to lose a bit of beef as well. But
so yeah, anyway, tips to close. What would we say would be
highs and the lows?
Yeah, when you're in those like low moments, what would you say would be your advice? Like, say if someone's feeling really low, they're in Australia, they feel lost, they feel like they would fail if they went home.
Yeah.
And that all they want to do is they just want to go home and like hug their parents. Or...
I honestly don't feel like if you go home, I don't think it's like a way of feeling. It's just not for you, and that's okay, because like that is the way life is. Like life is not for everyone. Yeah. I think it's good to say that you've tried it. If it didn't work, it doesn't work.
And Australia isn't running away either, because
you can always come back.
You can always come back, and like also it's not a place that you come to like have a holiday, because you do have to work because it's so expensive. So like it is reality. It's just like England. Yeah. It's just a different lifestyle. That's all
I just think hats off for you for getting out your comfort zone, going to live in a new country, trying something new.
Yeah.
If it's not even working or not working, like if you don't enjoy it, you don't enjoy it. Like
agreed.
It is what it
Boom,
is.
bitch,
Don't
just
put
go
too much
home.
stress on it.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself, girls. Just go home. See you later. Do you know what I mean?
Put your feet up and get a Yorkshire cup of tea at home.
Get a Yorkshire cup of tea at home. Your mum made it. Put your feet up. Get
Pop round to Nana and Grandad's and then you'll be
Do you know
happy.
what I mean?
No one cares. No one honestly cares that much.
No one cares. We live on a floating rock
I
with
know.
tiny little specks.
I agree.
You
And
want
if
to go
someone
home,
does care-
go home. But also, you can just move to a different city. Every single city in Australia is completely different.
Yeah.
Meet people. It'll make you feel more loved and like get in some communities. I think that we'll talk about more in another episode, but like community is key, isn't it?
100%. And
feel
where you can
settled.
find your people, because I think that's what I struggled to begin with. But we'll get on that in the next one.
We will.
All right.
Anyway, that has been episode. What are we filming on? Like
5.
episode 5. Highs and the lows, girls. Don't worry. Stick it out if you can. If you can't, just freaking.
Just go home.
I'd
Don't
say
put too
piss
much-
off, but I'm not allowed to swear, am I?
Kiss off.
Kiss off. Bye.
Bye.